Today we are resuming coloring with worlds within worlds today. Today we are coloring the Russian nesting dolls. So don't worry about these. These are all Copic refills. Last night I was refilling some of my Copics because they had gotten a little dry. But today we are working with pencils. So, okay. What do I have today in this pink case? I hope everybody's been doing well. I'm sorry I went on a little earlier. I know the people are on right now, so I apologize if I made anybody uncomfortable. It's not my thing. I don't want anybody feeling uncomfortable. I'm just taking out a pink, and then I'm going to take out a red. So I'm just taking out colors that I need. So this is going to be like pinks and reds. I have pinks and reds in other sets too, so don't worry about that. So, and don't worry, I have my swordfish sharpener out today, so everything is out that we need. I am just going to sharpen this because I guess I was coloring last night and I forgot to sharpen them. Hi, Kim. How are you? I know, but I didn't stream on Friday or Saturday or even Sunday because, number one, there was a stream at the, but number two, everything seemed to collide at the same time for me. And what happened, I can say this honest to God, this happened, is that what happened on Thursday afternoon was that, well, I should really say Thursday afternoon after I was done the stream, I am feeling better. Hi, Michelle. I am feeling a lot better now, but what happened was I was cleaning underneath my bed, but I have to take everything off the mattress, and then because it's a platform bed, I also have to take apart the boards that hold my bed up when I clean under my bed. So I basically was sweeping under my bed. But when I lifted the mattress, wrong, and I hurt my back in a way. And then my mother didn't help me put it back because she was asleep. And so I actually heard it. And then all of a sudden my allergies hit me. And then I was having a stomach irritation on top of that. So I occasionally get a bad reaction. I don't know why. To certain things happening with my back and food. Also, lately I've been having a a food sensitivity. I don't know why. To certain foods. So, hi Jackie, hi Kelly. Today we're coloring in World Within Worlds, and these are Prismas. So I did do some cleaning. But I still have to put back all the books that I colored in from last month. So, because there was a lot of books. I am coloring the Russian nesting dolls. And guys, because Kate of Kate's Coloring Heaven is doing the same thing, so we've changed the hashtag. The hashtag is actually in the description of this video. So now it's called May Morphia. So keep that in mind. Dots. We're in Kirby Roseanne this month. And since, we already started this picture on an earlier stream, I figured it's only right that we start continuing. Aren't they? I like the Russian nesting dolls because they're fun to do. And this is PC 924. I think this is crimson red or red something. I can never tell. I have a thing for Russian nesting dolls. I've been good, but I had my allergies acted up because of the change of weather on Friday, and then that, my nose was all drippy. And my mother, me and my mother at first thought I was sick, but then I go, well, let me take my allergies, because I have really bad allergies. whenever it changes season, and every time it changes season, I have to take my Zyrtec because they're the only things that don't make me drowsy. Because if I take a Claritin or Benadryl, Kim, I don't know what you want. See, everybody thinks because I gave books to Michelle now that they can ask me for books. See? And I just got my mother a gift from Harry and David. She doesn't know that I ordered from there. Hopefully she doesn't look at this video. So I ordered a set of truffles for her, and then I ordered cookies for myself from Harry and David's. I have a really bad sweet tooth. So. See, once they get tiny, they get harder to sharpen for whatever reason. Just because you got some symptoms of the virus doesn't necessarily mean you got the virus. Kelly, if you're worried about it, here's what you think. The way to eliminate your allergies, you don't know if it's allergies or if it's just a cold. The best thing you could do, honest to God, is try and do teledoc or do some kind of Zoom with your doctor. Then if your doctor says go to the hospital, then you go to the hospital. But otherwise, I wouldn't risk it. I first do what they call a now with Pablo, do that. You know. Oh, Kim makes me laugh. This is called apricot. It looks like a pink, but it's like it's really nice. Sorry, that was. This is a Pablo. You know, you could just have allergies, Kelly. Half the time, Friday I thought I had the virus because all my symptoms were the virus. And then I took my allergy medicine, and then in a few hours, take some of the allergy. Oh, Lordy. I had a friend. She went to the doctor back in January. So now this is before the virus, before we knew the virus could hit other people. Now, she went to the doctor, and the doctor told her, oh, no, you don't have the virus. You're too young for the virus. A few weeks later, she gets tested again, and she has the virus. This is because they thought when the virus first started, it was a virus that only affected old people. So, see, our medical guys are not always right. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be cautious. This color is rose pink. Just because you think you have it doesn't mean that you do have it. Keep that in mind. A lot of people who say, oh, I have it. And then they don't end up having it. So, I had a friend who has it, and they thought that they didn't have it. So keep that in mind. This is ruby red. This is a Pablo. I was hoping things would come today, but they did not. So I'm gonna get like a whole bunch of stuff coming within the next few things, but mostly they're gonna be refills of my Copics. For my Copics, that's mostly what I've been ordering. I've ordered a few things here and there, but like nothing really big. So it's then this is Ruby Red. I do too. I like the each doll will have a different color scheme. What I want to do is each doll have a different color scheme. So this way that you could see the prettiness of the. These are Pablo's. This is Pablo that I'm using. Last night I tried to watch Ozark, the first episode. It was okay. My brother, I know a lot of people who love that show. So I wanted to give it a shot. It just was not for me. And I don't know what it is that I don't. Oh, no. Kelly didn't tell your doctor to give you referrals to the. Oh, yes. Those coloring heavens are awesome. And this is purplish red. We can do that. I don't have the Jenna Roya book. I'm going to tell you right now why I don't have that book. Number one, it's really, really pricey to get. Number two, I don't even feel like paying for it as a PDF, to tell you the truth. Because it's a pink account. We'll make this green. This is PC 924. I would be too after I spend that much on a book. If I spend like $30 on a book, I expect my book to come. And, the only book I waited for more than a month was what was that Chinese coloring book? Googly the. And I feel bad because I haven't colored in it as much as I would like to color in it. Not sure if this is greenery or if this is leaves. See, when they're little like this, when your pencils are little like this, they don't fit very well in these pencil sharpeners. I mean, they can, but it's really hard to get them to be like that. Let's look at this. But you can still sharpen them, but it's really hard to do when they're this little. Using a couple of different ones, Prismas and Pablos. I'm not always the neatest colorist. Only problem with the Prismas, and those who use Prismas know this, that sometimes they smudge. Just hoping that they don't smudge. But I see a little bit of smudging. You guys don't see it in the camera, but I do. I use whatever I think is going to make the picture hot. Yes, they will fit in this. They will fit in this. Most things will fit. The only things you can't use are pastel pencils in that. It doesn't work very well with pastels. I don't know why, but the only thing you can't put in there is the little pastels. But other threads you can if they're fat enough. This is a polychromos. I mean, hold on. Why did I say polychromos? And I use a lot of different brands of pencils, so we need to do pencil. And you guys know that I do a lot of marker work. I think the only Kirby book that I use marker in is Phantomorphia. I don't remember if Geomorphia is one-sided, but typically I only use my markers in books that are only one-sided. I use whatever I think. Those color sorts are nice if you can use them correctly. Okay. Then we do the green. Small sets are a really nice way to start coloring because then you don't worry about, you know, oh, did I spend a lot of money? I don't like these. Oh, I'm not going to use these. That's the way that I view. And this is cobalt green that we're using. Hold on, we need a brown. I didn't realize I'm just going to need a brown. That's not that brown. Oh, it's a brownish red. Yeah, that counts. It's a brownish red, right? This is a brownish red. Oh, okay, Kim. Indian red. This is like a brownish red. We can do this. Because this is Indian red, we can do this. If this is an Indian red, I can get away with doing this. Any other brown, I would not be able to get. Aren't they cute? I really, really like the pictures in this book. I did this to try and keep neat. But you know, I was in the grocery store. You know, I've been trying not to spend more than $50 when I go grocery shopping. But unfortunately today, because my mother wanted other things in the grocery, she's right now out in the cemetery Thank you, little bit, Elias. Of course, Dawn. This is Worlds Within Worlds. This month is a Kirby thing, but because Kate is also doing it, the channel is. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot to put the little red in top of that. This is a Holbein, and this color is a cobalt green. These are the only Holbeins I have right now. I have a set of 50 pastel Holbeins coming because all I really wanted was the pastel colors. Because was trying to buy them from Amazon Japan, and I had such a hard time. You too. Me too. I'm just gonna pray for you and hope you do well. Also, Kelly, I would recommend you go to the hospital, see if you test positive, and if you do test positive, they'll tell you what to do. You may have to go to a hotel to self quarantine if you can't quarantine at your home, but they'll give you a referral if you need that. Hi, Pretty Unique. Hello, Pretty Unique. What is your name, Pretty Unique? I always like to call people by their first names. I think Michelle did this, didn't she? I like to try and keep everything the same, like color scheme. Like each doll was going to have a different color scheme. Don't mind me. I'm just taking a sip of my coffee. The next doll's going to be orange and yellow. But see, that's what happens when you press too hard with Christmas. So I'm going to use our pink. Then we use our ruby red. I always like to, hi, little bit, Elias. I saw that name and I thought of Little Pickle. I thought of Jody. Don't know why I thought of Jody, but I did. When I'm done with this, I'll replace it. All right, replacements. Ruby red. So, I like the rubies. Kirby's books, they're always fun to do, but they're a lot of, one of the reasons why I think I've been a little timid around, a little gun shy with Kirby's books is I used to do them, and then I stopped doing them because it got too much to me. So, you got to do Kirby in stages because his books take a long time to do, but they're so much fun. I think this may be my favorite of all his books because every time I turn the page, I see pictures I want to do. So I don't think there's a bad picture in this. Some of the other books, I'm like, I don't know if I want to color that or not. I'm kind of a little gun shy to do that. Hi, Lily. How are you? Hi, Robin. So, I'm always a little gun shy to do sometimes Kirby. But I don't seem to be gun shy today to do Kirby for whatever reason. I was expecting stuff and I didn't get it, so I was a little disappointed, but I'm okay with that. I had to go to the grocery store. My mother actually left to go somewhere. She wants to go to the cemetery. I do not care for the cemetery, but that's just my personal thing, not hers. But I don't want to go there. Oh, Phoenix. I like Russian. Thank you, Joy. I like Russian nesting dolls. But I was saying before, I'm trying not to spend a tremendous amount of money at the grocery store, but sometimes you can't help it. I'm trying to limit it. And then there are things you cannot put price caps on because meat is one of them. Cold cuts are one of them that you can't really put things a limit on. I mean, you could, but it's not the same. And this is salmon pink. It's not the salmon color. Um, I'd have to answer you back, but they hold on. Let me see what the Amazon thing said to me about the sharpener. Hold on, let me go into my orders. I'm just figuring out what to do. Max, I'm answering it. Arriving May 14th to June 1st. They said so. That's when they said that the sharpener will get there, sometime between May 14th. It shipped on Wednesday, April 29th. So that's all I have on it. That's okay, Kim. It's okay. I was not really understanding what you meant by that before. It's okay. Mm-hmm. This color is pure pink. Hold on, guys. Mm. I got my combo in. I can use that. Amazon, you know what it is? I think there's so many people working at Amazon and they're trying so hard to keep people's orders and you have to figure out what is essential, what has been held up. I have paintings held up for about 2 months now. I have 2 diamond paintings, another one for Pretty Nate Creative and one from Heartful Diamonds that are being held up. And then I did 2 pre-orders from Diamond Art Club, but those are pre-orders, they're not available yet. But just to put it in perspective for you guys. about how subjective Amazon is and how backed up they are. I have stuff coming in June and July. And this isn't even the Midnight Masquerade book we're talking about. So, there's so much stuff at Amazon that I have backed up. Exactly. And I paid off 3 of my smaller credit cards, actually. I paid off my Wayfair card. I paid off my Victoria's Secret card. I paid off my Century 21 card this past month. There's so many things going on, like, my mother is getting her medicines. They are delivering my mother's medicines faster now than they ever did before. I don't understand that. Oh, Michelle's still alive. What are you coloring in, Michelle? I didn't get a chance to see what you were coloring in. If I'm not mistaken, Michelle, didn't you do this book too? This picture? I'm glad you ordered pencils. Pencils are fun. But, I still want to order the 96 set, but I'm going to wait till everything clears. I'm not going to be ordering much stuff after this because I ordered another blue Copic marker. But I think that's it for now. I mean, I'll still order stuff, but I don't think it'll be as much. I realize I need refills of certain Copic colors. But these are Tombow Irritants, and this is Cherry Red. As many of you know, this is like my favorite sharpen. Oh, the Black Widows are just a great pencil overall. Do I have them out? No, I think they're in here. But I have already decided where I'm going to put. You haven't colored this page, Jackie. How's Mr. Sam doing? How's Mr. UFO doing? That guys, Jackie set up this her husband now has an Etsy store, if I'm not mistaken, right, Jackie? Well, remember when you're using these are like Prismas. They're gonna be a little hard to use at first. So that's good that he's working. Not all of us can work still. You know, and honest to God, guys, right now, this is the first time in many, many years that I've been quarantined and I've been out of work. I don't think I've ever been out of work a whole day of my life. Honest to God, I've never not worked. And I'll tell you that truthfully. I'm unemployed. I'm on unemployment. And yes, I'm one of the lucky ones who had no problem getting unemployment. I mean, sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. It just depends. I am collecting unemployment insurance, but you know what? Here's what I say about that. So what if I'm collecting unemployment insurance? It's better than having no money. And once I'm done paying my bills, I save whatever I have left. And with that money, I buy essentials, whether that be K cups. What I consider essential, what I consider are essentials is my coffee cups, my coffee beans, the ground coffee, not the actual coffee beans, but the ground coffee beans that you put in the brewer to brew it. I consider my creamer essential. Food is essential. My medicine, my supplements. Those are what I consider essential things. Not everybody considers these things essential. And no, I have not gotten my Color in Heaven magazine. I think that issue is the last issue on my subscription. Thank you, Miss Shelley. But these are the things that I consider essential, like my supplements, my medicines. Some people say you take supplements. Yeah, because if I don't take the supplements, I get really bad pain. I like my Iritin. This is my Tombow Iritins. Irachitin or Iritins. It's hard, Nelly, because we're used to. This is the thing that people forget. A lot of people forget this, and I wish they wouldn't forget this. But there are a lot of people who are suffering in this country. And if you guys watched 60 Minutes last night, if you watched 60 Minutes, the stories that they told on 60 Minutes some of them made me cry because, any of us could find ourselves in those situations, This crisis has really, really exacerbated some social things in this country. I like watching 60 Minutes because I feel like it's a very informative news program. And I feel like they do a really good job. I'm grateful for it. And a lot of people ask me, did you get your stimulus check? Did you get your stimulus check? And my answer is I prefer not to answer that because a lot of people don't know this about the stimulus check. But I read up. Oh, that's a very nice thing that you do. Take care of your granddaughter. That's a really good experience for your granddaughter. When your granddaughter's older, she'll remember that, that my grandmother took care of me. But here's the thing. A lot of people in this country have not gotten their stimulus check. But the thing about exactly, you know what? My mother and me are helping each other through this. Me and my mother, it depends on when you filed. If you haven't filed, you'll probably get yours later. Or if you filed last year, you probably will get it. Depends. That's good. I read that the stimulus check is actually a loan on your refund. It's a refund on your tax refund next year. So we'll be all paying for that stimulus that we got this year. So if you're like me and who gets a refund, next year I'm actually going to have to pay me back into the system. Exactly. We all, but I'm saving that stimulus check because there are certain things that are going to happen that I'm going to need. Like, my mother still wants to go on vacation. Now she wants to go on vacation either in November. My mother is thinking about November. I still need to put money aside for New York City Comic Con, if they're going to do it or not. They haven't decided. I haven't gotten any news about it. So we don't know if they're going to sell the tickets soon. So that's an issue. Then, this computer is starting to die. I'm not getting the results I want with it. And so me and my mother kind of are like in this state where we're like, well, go on vacation once, I think at once every 2 years. We were supposed to go on vacation, me and my mother, the last week of April. And then this happened. So this happened and this made this all, this kind of exasperated everything for me and my mother. Me and my mother were like, yes, take a vacation. Vacations are necessary. So me and my mother were like, I'm just putting the pencils back where they came from. Some of them, not all of them. So I'm going to make this thing purple, purplish red. Well, they kept, if I believe correctly, they kept pet foods. They allowed pet stores to be open during this crisis, if my memory serves me correct, right, Robin? And this is salmon pink. You know, I don't mind the rules. I really don't. I understand them and why they were made. Where's my cream? Cream. No, and this is not white. This is always the color. Oh, so the cats are like your kids. Each needing their own space. So this is cream. So the hashtag is May Morphia. You know, here's the thing. You got to keep in mind that the stimulus check is there to help you guys pay bills and pay other things, you know. And I'm grateful for that. I really am. Not everybody's going to use the money the same way, you know what I mean? But this is Granite Rose. I love both dogs and cats. I've had many over the years. I've had dogs, I've had cats. Dogs are more loyal, cats are more independent. Doesn't mean they don't love you the same. And at one time when I was very young, we had both a cat and a dog. And the cat and the dog got along surprisingly. My mother always feared the cats and dogs would never get along. Then this is salmon pink. I need my Christmas. There's my nectar. I'm looking for my nectar, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, I've had dogs and cats. But my last dog didn't like cats too much. But then again, I guess my dog was so used to having her own way. You know what I mean? And then I guess my relative brought a cat into the house, and my dog hated the cat. But I think that was because the dog felt the cat was invading her space. Just saying that dogs don't always like new animals in the house, so it's best to. I learned this the hard way that the best way to introduce a new animal into your house with an existing animal is to get them to meet outside the house in a neutral ground. There's a funny story. I've told it before on the channel. my mother had a boyfriend and he had a Rottweiler. And here I have this little 15-pound Shetland sheepdog, right? Now, if anybody knows what a Shetland sheepdog looks like, think of Lassie, 20, think of Lassie, but 16 pounds Lassie. And then you bring in this big Rottweiler who's 60 pounds into a house. So when my mother's boyfriend at the time brought this dog into the house, the Rottweiler was more intimidated of the little dog because my little dog, I wasn't there at the time this happened. My little dog, I've heard this story from my mother. The little dog, salmon pink in the thing, the little dog, who's 15, 20 pounds, is growling every time the Rottweiler tries to get attention. So she was, when my mother tried to pay attention to the Rottweiler, my little Shetland sheepdog jumped on top of my mother's lap and growled at the Rottweiler. So when we went to feed the dog water, my little Shetland sheepdog, who had never done this, peed in the other dog's water. And then when the Rottweiler tried to make nice, my dog showed her teeth and had her hair raised. Some dogs are very territorial about other dogs. And I didn't know at the time that you were supposed to introduce the dogs in a neutral thing, right? So then we went to feed them, and that's when it got even worse, according to my mother, because then my mother said, the dog doesn't like this dog. I don't know what the hell was wrong with your dog. I go, nothing is, because they have sharp teeth, and they know that the little Chihuahua, even though they know the dog can't hurt them, the dog can cause them, little dogs have very sharp teeth, and so they can cause them a great deal of sharp shooting pain. This is seashell pink. They can cause a great deal of pain, little dogs to big dogs, because they have sharp teeth. And little dogs have Napoleon complexes. We learned this the hard way. So the dog actually was more afraid of my dog. And then when the dog tried to eat its food, my dog shit in front of the Rottweiler's dog, in front of the dog's food. I was like, oh, I was laughing. And the little dogs, because little dogs are like, little dogs are more aggressive when they realize that their space is being invaded. They don't like it when their space is being invaded. They feel like this is their house. How dare you bring this thing into our house? This little 15-pound dog got the 60-pound Rottweiler, afraid of the Rottweiler. Oh my God, the dog did not like that dog at all. And my little dog was asserting her dominance, saying, this is my house. How dare you come into my house? All the Rottweiler wanted to do was be friends. And seriously, the Rottweiler, who's so much bigger than the little 15-pound dog, is afraid of the 15-pound dog. Of my 15-pound female little Shetland sister. So, little dogs will do all kinds of crazy things. It's actually not funny. It's actually kind of a little scary to think that your little dog had problems. It's actually not funny in retrospect when you think about it. Sorry guys, I'm trying to... What it is, I think little dogs, I don't want to say little dogs are bad. I think little dogs I don't want to say little dogs are bad. I think little dogs have different temperaments. Okay, this is going to be yellow and orange and like different colors. So this one will be yellow and orange. Has leaves, so yellow, orange, and green. I think are the colors. Yeah, some people say, well, that's kind of disrespectful to get another dog right away because then you don't mourn the loss properly. That's called the Napoleon complex. This is yellowed orange. Sharpener. I got this in a sketch box. I'm using a couple of different pencils. I'm using Prismas, Pablos, and whatever else I can use in an irritant pencil if I need them. This is yellowed orange. Today we are using Prismas. Not for all of it, but some of it. It does because then you kind of like have someone else to love. You give nurturing and all that love and attention. But I kind of feel like sometimes it could be considered disrespectful to the other dog. Yellow, green, and orange are the colors for this one. This sharpener is really good for Prismas, guys. This one here is really good for your Prismas. It's called a matte or moped sharpener. That's true. But my little Shetland died of throat cancer of all things. I didn't know my dog even had throat cancer. And my dog was fine, and then one day she wasn't fine. The day that I lost my dog was very sad. I was very hurt. And I loved my dog dearly. Well, guys, I'm going to get another pencil set here with some colors that I want to get in another set. From another set. That I need from another set. Aw. That'll work. This is number 17 in the Castle Arts. I know. This is a castle art pencil. So this ain't a Prisma. I love my mobile electric phone, or it's my phone, and I'm not hearing it. Hold on, guys. I think my phone is ringing. My phone is ringing. Sorry, guys. Wasn't who I thought it was. Sometimes. Sorry, guys. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It was a really hard book to get when I had gotten it before. My combos out. They have lighter colors, so this can work with the light colors. What makes this set really good, guys, and I'll even say this outright. What makes this set really good for the combos is all the colors are muted, so if you need muted colors, I'm sorry to hear. Oh, that's lovely. That's a lovely story. This is Gamboge. I just heard any again. That was my own fault. This is Gamboge. Now, I wish that this wasn't single-sided. I wish that this book was single-sided. This is Lemon. This is called the Zitron in the Lara Rembrandts. See? I like the idea of these colors. You ever notice that certain colors look different in different sets? I'm out of Coca-Cola at the moment, Jean. But I have plenty of coffee, I have plenty of other things. But I couldn't carry the Coca-Cola. See, this is the problem when you have only one person in the house doing groceries because the other person is. We're going to add green to it. We are going to add green to this. Greens are really, really nice in this set. I'm going to add green to this. Yeah. It's different for me because my situation is a little bit different. I have a lot of different stores. Yeah. I love my Coca-Cola or my Coke as it's called. Emerald Green, and this is in the Lyris. I like the color schemes of this. Groceries are just like anything else. But there are certain things that I buy at the store that I don't buy on Fresh Direct because what happens is with my mother and me, we have to wait a week to get our Fresh Direct order. And then they don't even have everything in stock. This even fits the Castle Works. That's what I like about this. This is a very good sharpener. And I originally saw this. No, that's Fresh Direct. Fresh Direct is pricey, but it's very good. We have to wait a week before we can get even an order in. And then when we do get our order in, sometimes we wait another week because it's so many people ordering food right now. It is pricey, but it's very good. But the things are, there are certain things that you have to get like. And today, I was very lucky because I've been trying to get. There is one item that I have not been able to get at all through this is the Lysols. Not been able to get any Lysol products. There's other products I use instead, but oh, that's okay, Barb. We're gonna be here probably for a while. We're coloring in World Within Worlds today. It's Morphia. That's the theme because both me. Yeah, I'm trying to do each of the dolls different colors, but it's all gonna look like each of the dolls is gonna be a different color pattern. So, but the thing about Fresh Direct is, and they're out of things at Fresh Direct. Even at the grocery stores, they're out of things. Today I was looking for my mother's corn cakes, which are like English muffins, only they're corn, like they're flat corn cakes. Hold on. That you put in a toaster, kind of like an English muffin thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is they're different pencils. I'm using different pencils. Prismas, Pablo's, Tombow Eritons, Lyra Rembrandts. For this one, we finished using this with Prismas and Holbeins. I'm using all kinds of different pencils, so I don't just stick to one pencil when I color. I use whatever I have, whatever I want to use. This picture is done, then we get to pick. I might work in this book exclusively because I like the pictures the best. I really will say that right now. I like these pencils the best. And then this is yellowed orange from the Christmas. The only thing I wish about this book was that it was single-sided, so then I could use markers on it. You know, that's the only thing I wish I could do. You know, and I tell people, you know, not everybody's going to color the same picture the same way. You too, Nellis. But you know, everybody's going to color something different. So I think we're going to do this. What is this color? Oh, this is blue. Non-photo blue. Because I wanted to come on today and do this. This is yellow. This is lemon. I don't want those. I didn't like the pit pens. I don't want those. I just did not like that. I have, you know, and I'm going to say something. I have all the pencils that I want right now. Doesn't mean that I won't get some in the future, but for me right now, I'm perfectly happy with what I have. And I just got rid of some stuff, so. Number 17. Emerald green. Just Elvira. I think making things have a theme is really, really important. I missed the spot. Then we go back to 17. Okay, so here's the thing. Thank you. Well, not anymore. I don't have 45 sets. I actually donated 2 sets. I put them in the donation box in my building. My building has a donation box if we want to donate things that we no longer use them to give out to people. So I donated the Goodyeism pencils, which I don't like, and the what are the other pencils I don't like? The diamond driven pencils away. Put them in that box, so now I have 2 extra cases. Some of you know what one of those extra cases is gonna hold. So yeah, I didn't want those sets because they're not that good. But maybe a beginner would like them, you know. I wouldn't even give them to a beginner, but yellowed orange. Um, this Jean, this is my favorite sharpener. I don't know, they're not selling this one particularly, but they have other versions of it. What did I have in my hands that just fell? You know, since I put down the pad, um, since I put down the pad, I'm noticing that things don't go lost underneath the desk as much anymore. So that's a good thing. But you know, I was kind of surprised by what I had in that box. So I went literally through it. Like I went through my combo markers, and actually some of them had dried up, some of them were still good. So I moved the good ones into the container with the other brush pens because I like to keep all my brush pens in the same area if I can help it. Same thing with my gel pens. Um, Depending on your budget, I'd say the best. Like if you have the money to afford Copics, I would recommend that more so than I would recommend the other thing. But that's just me personally. So I'm seeing who's giving me mail. I always seem to get mail. I was hoping I would get mail today, and I didn't. The Copics are the very, very best markers. Where's a marker pad? Let me just describe Copics. Like, you have Copic paper, they're really great for Copic paper. Like, a Copic looks like this. These are what Copics look like. These are like the best things in the world if you love Copics. Here's my thing. I don't have markers right now. I don't have an image color right now for this, but these are my Copics. This is what a Copic looks like. It has. I love Copics. But if you don't have the money for them, my best advice is get a set of Cali Arts, like 100 sets for like $40 or $50, and those are really Gene B. If you don't really have the money for Copics, I recommend Cali Arts 100 markers for 50 or $40. They vary in price, so the price point is different depending on who you are. You know, that's just my advice on what I would do for them. I think those are the ones that Michelle has. I have the version I have a version of Cali Arts, but my version is the version that's before the one that Michelle has. They're really nice and they dry, but the thing is, if you use markers a lot like me, then I would recommend Copics because they're refillable. Yes, they are expensive to get at first, but they are so worth the money. Yeah, there's the version that I have that came out before the version that Michelle had. So sometimes they change up the markers. They're still the same markers, it's just a different look to them. They look slightly different. There's a Caliot marker. My Caliots look like this. Here's my version of the Caliot marker. You see, Michelle is different. You don't need 160 markers to tell you the truth. Really, you don't. They're just doing that to get you to buy them. This is yellow to orange. But Robin, price point wise, is right, but she may not have $86. If you can't afford Cali Arts in your country, I think there's a brand that Kate recommended that I know a lot of people who overseas are getting. They're called Tian Hao markers. They're just as good as the Cali Arts, and they have a lot more pastel colors in them than other sets. What are they called? Tian Hao markers. A lot of people I know are getting those. This is Gamboge. I know a lot of people do that too. So here is the Gamboge. You know, some people say I color fast, but Kirby's book seems to make me go slower. I don't know what color I'm going to do her again. Oh, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what else you guys can get. There's Parcluse. Oh, what other markers, guys, can you get that are affordable? I think I may have a solution on my phone. Do you guys know of a company called looking at my marker app. There's an app that tells you what markers. I'm trying to, but my phone got. I had a problem with my phone, so I lost that. What about all Hoo markers, guys? There's an 80 marker set there. The Shuttle Arts, But I've heard mixed reviews on shuttle lots based on the person who's doing this. There's a hoo-hoo markers. There's a brush tip for 48 of them. They sometimes have the, and then now sometimes they sell soap colors, and shuttle lot has some too. I'm not a coloring genius. I just know a lot of different colors. I know a lot of different marker brands because I've tried a lot of different brands. I like the pro markers. The pro markers aren't. The Winsor & Newton pro markers are beautiful markers, but they're not refillable. That's my only complaint about them. And then we get the yellow and orange. I know a lot. Thank you, Jean. I just happen to know a lot because I shop around for things to get price points. But if you shop around, you can find things. Guys, keep that in mind. You can always find things if you can shop around. Shop around for things too, because sometimes they don't tell you. This is yellow and orange. Something else I go through. I still have yet to learn how to do skin tone with my colors, with my casseroles. I have not learned that yet, how to do skin tone with that. One sec. Thank you, Robin. Everyone, give Robin a big hand because she's the one who's done all our. Give a big hand to Robin because Robin's the one who's done all our. Robin is a big part of the channel, guys. So give her a thumbs up because she has helped us tremendously with the coloring today, with the links today. Really give her a big thumbs up because I don't think we could do it without her. The only thing with the Touch 5 and buying things from Witch is that they're not always the most reliable company. Keep that in mind when you buy stuff from them because they're not always on the up and up. Christmas. Eggshell. Christmas. Because you don't know anything about Wish, and the thing about Wish is that I've never bought anything off of Wish. I've been tempted to, but I'm kind of like, little bit weary because you know what they say. If it's a little cheaper than what it should be, you should be wary of it. Buyer beware, they say. Deco Pink. Be wary about where you buy from. Like, I wouldn't buy anything from AliExpress. I wouldn't buy anything from Wish. The reason why I've bought stuff before from AliExpress, and it's not that it's a bad company. It's just that I've had some issues with some of the sellers there. Remember, they're kind of like an Amazon in the way that they do, but they're a little bit more shady because sometimes they sell books that have images from other companies. So do AliExpress sellers cheap. Yeah, AliExpress does sellers cheap, and they give books that are very similar to people. I bought a few books off of AliExpress and been born. Those are nice, guys. The Lame Show markers are very nice. They don't streak very often. This is Salmon Pink. think after this down, we'll finish it, and then we'll do another, I guess, 2, and then we'll figure out what we're doing next in the thing. Nectar. This has some pink, but it has a dark pink to it. This is really good if you want to do darker skin tones with your pencils, I found out. Seashell pink. I've never heard of arrest. Peach. When they say Prismas are layering pencils, they really are. Like, you can get some really nice skin tones with the Prismas if you play around with them. I love playing around with my Prismas. Exactly. That's the thing with Wish. You never know what they get in, and they cheat on what they want. Light peach, but first, before I do the light peach, I'm gonna just sharpen it a little bit with the. You know, that's one reason why, even though I buy, why I'll sometimes get coloring books off of Etsy rather than AliExpress. AliExpress is really, really cheap, but here's the thing: they send books that are damaged to you. They get damaged in the mail. They have rips. They have tears. They sometimes sell books that are rip-offs of other books. So if I buy something from, let's say, June or Moon of some of these books or Cluecraft book, at least I know that I am getting a nice product from them, and I know I'm getting what I actually paid for on the website. So keep that in mind when you buy stuff. Whenever you buy stuff, they're trying to make money off of you. See, that's important to me when I buy gel pens because they have to have the refills. I don't like buying gel pens if they don't have refills. Doesn't mean I won't buy gel pens if they don't have refills. I just prefer if I have refills so they last longer. So this is where we're going to end the stream today, guys. But I want to thank you guys for coming in today. So I guess next time we stream, we'll finish these 2 dolls, and then we'll probably do, which I'm thinking about doing this one. I'm thinking about doing the shoe one. Or I'm thinking about this one, possibly. This is the other one that I'm thinking about doing. I don't like doing the big dinosaur one. The one that I'm thinking about doing is this one too. I like this one. I like the book, and then, yeah, I know. I like this one with the gate and the snake. Like things like that. Or we could do the waterfall, but I'm not good with waterfalls and water. Like, so I would love to do this picture, except I'm not good with water. Water is my enemy. Bye, everybody. I hope you all had a good time. This is World Within Worlds. So I hope you all stay safe and stay well. Everybody have a good time. Bye.